In this video I show the ballistic test done on the shields I've constructed, and we cover further improvements for version 2.0. So let's get started.
Alright, so now it's time to try out the 44 Magnum. The 357 Magnum is stopping.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're discussing the ballistic tests I've conducted on my shields, right? They performed pretty close to my estimates. I aimed for 2 shields, one of them being level 3A and one of them level 3. What I ended up with was one around level 2A, right? Able to stop things like the 357 Magnum. However, the 44 Magnum still partially passed through. And the rifle rated one came out to being kind of closer to 3A plus, where it was able to stop things like the 223 and the 44 Magnum, but the 7.62 by 54R and the 7.62 by 39 were able to make it through. You know, at least in partial. So from this experiment, we are going to actually make a version 2.0 of these. Now that I've shot these, kind of know some of the interesting failure modes of both this type of fiberglass as well as the polycarbonate backer, which I was, I don't know, a little curious about, as I haven't really seen it polycarbonate behave just like this with all the extensive testing I've done with it. So we're going to build off of this and finally crank out some optimization plates. That's what all that fabric is over there. And from there, whatever that information reveals to us, we'll be making a version 2.0. Alright? So if you haven't seen how I constructed these, you can go down to the comment section, and the top pinned post will be mine on this particular build. Alright? So let's just go ahead and jump into the ballistic footage and cover where some things went wrong and where some things went right. Alright? Let's get started.
Wind's on and off, kind of dying down a little bit. So I have it standing up just against a big old log, right? More close up of the hand placement. If I was going to do this again and make it more permanent, I would actually attach bolts through the polycarbonate into the straps so they wouldn't blow off, because I suspect, especially when we get to the Magnums, that might actually happen, but we will find out. So let's shoot some stuff and see. So, full metal jacket for the 38 Special. What you loading over there?
45.
45. Nice. Alright. Alright, we're going to try a person of view shooting. I'm going to be shooting my 38 Special. Kind of hard to line it up. There we go. There we go. Top left corner. Did it stop? It did stop. Not even a dent on the back. So that was a full metal jacket. Show close up of the bullets. 0 penetration, 0 bulge. Just on the front. It's right there. There it is. It was actually fun shooting it that way. I might do a couple more. Alright, but for now, we know it's able to stop the 38 Special, so let's try something a little bit more difficult to stop. Now we're going to try out the 45 ACP, shot out of my father's Colt. I'm going to show off the, look at this, 1911. There we go. Oh yeah. Alright, whenever you're ready, Pops. Right on the bottom corner of the X of the Cairo. We good to move up? Okay. Bottom left corner, Cairo. Right there's the bullet. I can see it there. That was also a full metal jacket. Put on more of a hurtin', but no bulge in the polycarbonate. I am really glad that that construction adhesive is not breaking apart. Man, that's a good sign. So, of course, 38 special, 45 ACP. Let's launch some magnums. Ooh, that was a good hit. Right underneath. See the piece fell back, or blew back? Something landed over here initially. Just looking to see what might have, I don't know if it popped all the way through. It did. Oh no, that's just the polycarbonate. So the bullet stopped. Or did it? Yeah. I don't. Well, here, put another one in it. We'll see.
I was gonna say, is that from it? Or
Yeah, but I mean, look at the fibers aren't.
It's right high. It may have been, but
Yeah, see, you can see the shattering of the polycarbonate backer right here. And then again, there it is. See?
yeah, it don't look like it went through. It would have hit this.
Yep, it would have hit right there. You're right. So it's not going through the polycarbonate.
It didn't go through. It's in there. I bet you'll find it over here too.
Yep. So it is stopping the 357
so.
Magnum. Yeah. It's just the energy cone that's coming out the back of that freaking bullet when it stops is destroying the polycarbonate.
Shoot it up here with a 44 Magnum.
Yeah. It's time to step it up to the 44 Magnum. All right, so now it's time to try out the 44 Magnum. The 357 Magnum is stopping, right, with the full metal jackets, but the polycarbonate is getting pretty well broken in the back. But we're gonna go ahead and step it up and just see if the fiberglass with the polycarbonate backer can at least stop the 44 Magnum. We're gonna start with this, what is that, semi-jacketed hollow point?
Yeah.
So
I'm not sure the weight.
All right, and this is the first time shooting this gun, so I'm really excited about that. Try it out. I saw it move. Back.
I think you shot right where.
Yeah, I shot right above it.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
we had a blowout. Just a lead spray. If you want to get in close, you can see. So that's the right next to where the other 357 Magnum hit, and we had a blowout. So we'll try somewhere else and see if we can't get it to stop. All right. We got a jacketed soft point. And how far away would you say this is, Dad?
About 10 yards.
About 10 yards. All right, I'm going to try for
I shoot the
towards the cross.
bottom right, yeah.
Still hitting. Oh, you can put this other one in.
Yeah, I'd shoot down the bottom right.
It hits a little high. This is a TC jacketed point or whatever. It's pretty much almost like a full metal jacket, but it's just got a little
Hollow point, yeah.
Yeah.
Jacketed hollow point.
Yeah, pretty much. I just love shooting this thing. Dang. Yep, we're seeing pass-through. Oh, look, the handle came off. We're seeing pass-throughs with the 44 Magnum. So this stuff would only be like level 2 rated with this.
Let me try one down toward the bottom.
Okay. All right, you can hit the button again. Yep. Good hit.
Yeah, I think it kicks a little more than I thought it would.
Yeah. I know, it's
didn't
sweet
think
though.
it would, yeah, make sure we keep those.
Oh yeah. Keeping all the brass. Yeah, it still ain't too bad though. But she definitely has a little bit of pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still seeing. It seems like most of the bullets getting caught, but I mean you can see where it struck the side of the handle and just ripped through it. Like you can see how big that energy cone is when it's coming out the back. I feel like if we bumped it up just a couple layers, we would actually probably stop the 44 Magnum. But now we know that at 18 layers of that stuff plus polycarbonate, it's not enough to stop it. So it's good to know. Okay, before we show the next shield, a couple things.
So one of the interesting things about the failure of this polycarbonate is I've only seen it do this a few times. Generally, when polycarbonate fails, it's actually very ductile, and what you end up with are these kind of dimple, you know, with the hole in the middle, so it like pulls the polycarbonate out, and that's what I was expecting to see. Occasionally you'll get, when it's really kind of overwhelmed, you'll get these like perfect circle discs that will come out, like a wedge, almost like a metal wedge. We were seeing that with rifle rated stuff when we tested all those different ceramics, right? Some of them would get these perfect plugs that would pop out the back. However, I did notice something though. And these shields kind of, I didn't expect this, but after starting to think about it, this might actually be part of the reason. This polycarbonate is very old. Like, older than this channel. I used to work for a bus manufacturer so long ago, and I got these sheets out of the scrap bin. And one of them had been sitting outside, happens to be this one, right? It was all nasty, damaged. This is where I initially cut these two shields from, was this sheet of polycarbonate. And polycarbonate does break down over time, right? Most plastics do, especially under like UV exposure and moisture. That's why there's so many coatings and additives they add to things, especially if you're going to make them into windows, to make them last longer. And polycarbonate is notorious about breaking down from UV exposure. That's why they make films to cover them, to protect them from ultraviolet radiation. I'm wondering if possibly, you know, I'm not going to just conclude that the polycarbonate is at fault here without testing it. Obviously, we're going to need more layers of fiberglass, and I was kind of debating cutting polycarbonate out of this build entirely. It weighs 2 pounds, you know, for both of them. It added 2 pounds and 11 ounces right around there, and in both instances, it doesn't seem to be adding too much to the ballistic capabilities. I honestly think we bumped this up to maybe 24 layers, 20 to 24, right? It was only 18. We would actually see the 44 Magnum stop, and that's what we're going to do with these tests. Okay? So I just wanted to talk about that. And also I want to mention, we were pushing the 44 Magnum out of this new gun I just picked up, a Henry, right, single shot 44 Magnum. And the chronograph reading from the jacketed hollow points and the soft point was over 2,000 feet per second. So it's actually traveling at a faster rate of speed than what is needed for the NIJ Level 3A certification. And it's the same type of bullet, 240 grain. I ended up looking it up. They're 240 grain, and they're traveling at that rate of speed. Order for NIJ, it has to be 1,500 feet per second and 240 grain jacketed hollow point. So we were actually doing a bit, you know, a bit spicier, because when it comes to armor, speed kills. So that's just kind of an interesting little fact about it that I wanted to kind of clarify with the polycarbonate in that. So let's go ahead and show you the second shield now. Okay.
Beautiful hit. Ceramic came back. Look at that dust of ceramic. Wow. Yep. Didn't even make it through. You can see that's the power of porcelain, man. There's not much left of the bullet. Just with that single layer of porcelain on the front, it didn't get anywhere into the fiberglass. But look at the energy cone that still came out. That's impressive, man. How much that 44 Magnum delivers.
Here's the case for it. Peeled the case right off.
Oh, the jacket?
The jacket, yeah.
But it's so cool that, like, here's the front of the fiberglass, right? Like, you could see it, no bullet going in. And yet, you still have, that's how much energy that freaking 44 Magnum imparts. Just this huge energy cone coming out the back. Honestly, I would completely remove the use of polycarbonate in future builds, but this is still pretty cool, man. Yeah. All right, so now we're gonna try out for the rifle.
That's how much it cost when I loaded these. They cost considerably more now.
Yeah, for real. So this is a mini 14, and he's shooting 223.
Yeah.
55 grain.
This is a 55 grain full metal jacket boat tail. IMR powder, 48.95, 24.5 grains. Should be pushing it close to 3,000 feet per second. CCI primers.
Awesome. All right, I'm excited.
I don't know. We've never timed them. We're going to time them today. We'll find out.
Yeah. All right, that was a good hit. It also stopped. It does look like it stopped. Yep, because it's just 44 Magnum did the same thing with like the delamination. So it stopped at 223. Flip it up, let's take a look. It just caught that sucker. Yeah. It's amazing how much that ceramic breaks it up, isn't it? I mean, you can see most of the lead is just stuck right there.
Try your, what do you want to try next, the Mosin?
Well, I was originally going to say, yeah, you know what, let's go ahead and throw the Mosin. That's going to probably break the threshold on it. But I also have the SKS so we can scale back and test in a lower region, so, okay. Good hit. Yeah, I think we might actually reach the threshold capability. I think it might have made it through, or it just stopped. It's either...
You know what?
Do you have a knife?
Was this standing up?
I think it was. Do you have a... Here, well... You know what, let's bust out, I guess, the SKS. We'll put an SKS there. So...
Take safety off.
Right there. There's the impact. I'm gonna fold her down. So we do get lead spray. Oh, actually it made it through, it looks like. So that one...
Was that it?
Yep. Because that was
Let me try it over here.
Okay, yeah. So that one placed right at the edge. But see, that is what's coming through. You can see it's just lead spray, and of course parts of the polycarbonate that's still coming through in fiberglass. But huge portions... Huh. That was a part of the handle. I think that was from the... Yeah. Okay, so the Mosin... Check that out. It stopped right on that metal piece. Curled up into it. So, the Mosin did make it through, but that's why I wasn't finding anything on the outside right there. So we're going to shoot it again with the Mosin. Alright, so we went on to shoot it again with the SKS, and it had the same result. Pretty much just lead spray coming out from that. The Mosin mostly made it through, it seems, and got caught in that steel. Even though there wasn't a huge hole gapping, which is pretty surprising for the Mosin I got. So I think it was very well decelerated. It's just, plain and simple, it overwhelmed it. When it comes to porcelain, those larger bullets, the 308 and the 7.62 by 54R, it has a really hard time breaking those ones up compared to even the smaller bullets, I've noticed. And that's kind of an interesting factor about that porcelain. So even though we didn't get the exact results we wanted, we still got some results, right? We were still able to stop bullets, showing that we're moving in the right direction. Now it's time to scale it back down to the small, squares you've probably seen plenty of times on my channel, where we're going to go out and test, 22 layers, 24 layers, just to see when we stop that 44 Magnum. And then we're going to do some optimization with ceramic strike faces, just till we actually stop that Mosin and a 308, right, the M80 ball. So we can actually get legitimately the level 3 kind of classification in that area, okay? And I'm going to premiere that with the vehicle build, because I'm taking off the doors now, and you guys are about to get a vehicle update, yeah! And this stuff is pretty much going to be a large portion of the armor in it. Now that I've kind of worked with it and seen what it's capable of, I'm excited to continue to test it out, even though we didn't, obviously get exactly what we want.
You'll get another shield build again in the future too, because I want to do a 2.0 of these. Let me know down in the comments if you would like to see a slightly different shape other than the modeled after the BZT-75. I was thinking of one that I'm saving until after I at least get the doors armored on the Jeep. So anyways, if you're new here, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. You guys can follow me on my Discord. Hop on over and say something to me. You can support me on Patreon, link in the description, or you can follow me on Instagram. But, alright guys, until the next time, I'll see you later. Take care.
All right, yep.